Dexter Season 7 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you're not caught up to the point where I am rewatching or watching Dexter, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be Dexter Season 7 Episode 11. The title of this episode is called Do You See What I See? And this would be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. Dexter's dark passenger narration says he's never thought about the future. Growing is now a possibility and appealing. Dexter gets a call about Hector Estrada, and he's in line for parole. Hannah says maybe it's the universe giving Dexter a Christmas present. Estrada is getting paroled. Quinn's trying to get a hold of Nadia with no luck. Masuka is trying to organize a Secret Santa thing. Batista tells Deb that he doesn't think it's right to investigate Dexter's girlfriend. Tom Matthews wants to see Dexter. Matthews tells Dexter that LaGuerta thinks he may be the Bay Harbor Butcher. What a crock of shit that is. He tells Dexter LaGuerta knows everything about his brother, mother, and past history. Also tells him about Jimenez was the one that rented out that cabin. Dexter tells Matthews that Dokes had a boat. He didn't say anything, but he had a boat at one point in time. Deb goes to see Arlene. Deb mentions the camp counselor that was poisoned 10 years ago at the halfway house. Dexter tells Deb that LaGuerta thinks he may be the Bay Harbor Butcher, but he'll take care of it. Although it's going to be tough, Matthews tells LaGuerta that he doesn't think Dexter is a killer. He wants to follow up on Dokes' mystery boat. Hannah tells Arlene that she won't let her go to jail. She'll figure it out and tells her to stay strong. Dexter tells Hannah she can join him on Christmas with Deb and Harrison. Wow, Deb and Hannah spending the holiday together? Nah. Hannah tells Dexter she's going to get him a pair of socks for Christmas. That's what I want, a pair of socks from Yvonne Strahovski. That would be awesome. Deb's watching LaGuerta and taking more pills. Estrada leaves prison. Quinn is back to the foxhole. A dancer tells Quinn that Nadia went to Vegas. Matthews and LaGuerta find a tackle box, which was at the cabin where Dokes had died. It was in the evidence. They find a key in the tackle box, and that leads to a boathouse. And they find plastic wrap and a knife with fingerprints on it for James Dokes. So it's indisputable evidence James Dokes, based on this, is the Bay Harbor Butcher. At least that's what they think. Hannah goes to visit Deb. It tells Deb that Dexter would be a lot happier if her and Deb could come to some sort of common ground. Hannah wants to work out their issues. Deb says that it's because she loves Dexter. She's going to do whatever it takes to get her murdering ass behind bars. Deb, leave Hannah alone. You're going to regret it. Matthews tells Dexter he won't have to worry about LaGuerta anymore. Dexter talks to Estrada. Batista calls Dexter that Deb has been in a car accident. Apparently, she blacked out behind the wheel. Batista tells Dexter about Deb going to visit Arlene Schramm. Deb doesn't know what happened. Deb tells Dexter that Hannah was at her house yesterday, and Deb thinks that Hannah may have somehow poisoned her. Dexter goes to Deb's looking for proof that Hannah supposedly poisoned Deb, but he doesn't think he'll find any. Deb's vehicle was totaled, but Dexter finds a bottle of water in Deb's vehicle. It has a little water left in it, and inside of it, I should say, and Dexter is going to test it for any sort of poison. Batista tells LaGuerta that he really likes the restaurant, and being a cop didn't get him, didn't bother him until Mike Anderson's death. LaGuerta asks Batista when is he retiring, and Batista, Angel as she calls him, says he's putting his papers in on the first of the year. It's almost New Year's on Dexter right now. We find out that Jamie's a vegetarian as the sight of Batista roasting a pig grosses her out. Dexter wonders if he can ever fully trust a poisoner. Hannah gives Dexter a framed picture of him and her on Christmas Eve. Hannah tells Dexter when she's with him, she doesn't want to run away. Dexter asks Hannah if she had something to do with Deb's accident. She says, does he really think she'd do that? Hannah tells Dexter that he lacks trust. And Hannah tells Dexter, I don't mean to brag, but she's never made a mistake before. If she poisoned Deb, Deb would be dead. Hannah tells Dexter he needs to figure out what he wants and what type of future he wants to have. Dexter gets Estrada in a shipping container. Now he's on Dexter's makeshift table of the episode, and Dexter tells Estrada he's going to kill him. And Estrada asks if he's working for her. LaGuerta is the one that got Estrada out. Estrada thinks he's being set up. Dexter gets away. LaGuerta was actually trying to set up Dexter as she gets to the scene, but only finds the shipping container with plastic and a chainsaw. Dexter gets a call. The water, it was no accident. Hannah dissolved the pills into Deb's water. Hannah really did poison Deb. Wow. Dexter gives Deb Saul Price's pen. Says as long as she's free, Deb's not safe. Dexter goes to see Hannah, kisses her, says sorry, and Deb shows up and says she's under arrest for the murder of Saul Price. Batista cuffs Hannah McKay. I should have known better than to count on the future. All you can ever believe is now, because in a blink everything can change, Dexter says as the episode ends. So, we definitely have some interesting developments. Dexter goes to being in love with Hannah to turning her in to the authorities and giving the evidence that will keep her locked up. Wow, interesting stuff. LaGuerta is on Dexter's tail, and then she finds the evidence that it's indisputable that Dokes is the Bay Harbor Butcher, but she just thinks it's too convenient to be where it is. So this episode, I didn't think I was going to do this, but it's a 10 out of 10. It had me just lots of stuff, lots of details, lots of developments in this episode. As far as the characters of the episode, well, for the females, I didn't know which way to go. I thought Hannah, I thought LaGuerta. We haven't really seen much of LaGuerta. She's kind of been on the sidelines this season. I don't know if she was busy filming another show or something like that, but she hasn't really done a lot this season, so I think this was one of her highlight episodes thus far. And then for the male characters of the episode, nobody really did anything significant, so because he had a big role in the parts that he was in this episode, I'm going to give the male character of the episode to Tom Matthews. He needs some good episodes, so how about that there, Dexter? Huh, Harry would be proud of you. So that's what I had to say. Now, of course, it's your turn if you happen to be a fan of Dexter or Dexter New Blood, which I hope you are. Otherwise, why are you wasting your time watching these videos? Don't forget to smash that like button. It really does help out with the YouTube algorithm. The more people that like the video, the more the video shows up when people search for Dexter on YouTube, so it does help out. Share the video with whomever you want. Put this video on any of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode. What I'm looking for specifically is your score of the episode, your male and female characters of the episode, and then if you want to rate anybody that dies, which in this episode nobody really dies, that's fine. Your favorite moment, if you have one. I think it was crazy that Hannah gets arrested at the end of the episode. And then last but certainly not least, you're watching the video anyway, so don't forget to hit that sub button. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.